Hey travelers, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm talking to you about how to land in the international affairs career field. I have over 10 years of experience in the international affairs career field, and you know that Drake song where you started from the bottom and now you're here? Yeah, well, I literally started from the bottom, and I hope to share some of the tips and tricks that I've learned along the way with you all today. But before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the like button for more content like this. Alright y'all, let's get into today's video. Okay, so the first two tips that I'm about to share with you all are super unpopular in today's climate, but this is what I did and this is what helped me get to where I am sitting today. One of the first things I did was volunteer. After I came back from India in 2012, I was so excited to share about what I had experienced living overseas in India during my study abroad experience. And I wanted to share my experiences, so I volunteered at two places. At a church by my college, and I volunteered at an immigration center in Baltimore. And what I did was I translated documents and I helped people, newly arrived immigrants, find housing, jobs in Baltimore. And when I was working at the church or volunteering at the church by my school, I helped the kids know more about the world. But we created maps, I taught them different countries, we created passports, etc. And even though I wasn't getting paid for this, I got as much as I gave. And I was able to put this experience on my resume, and this led to my next step. So the second way that you can get into the international affairs career field is through internships. I know that this is super unpopular, especially if they're unpaid, but this is what helped for me. My first internship was at the World Trade Center in Baltimore, in which I was an IVLP intern, in which basically that means an International Visitor Leadership Program intern. And this internship, I got a lot of pushback from family and close friends, because they were like, what are you doing? You're not getting paid for it. But it was so rich, even though I didn't get paid, because I got so much professional experience. I was able to escort foreign delegations from all over the world through my city of Baltimore. I was able to build cultural programming. It was my first taste of public diplomacy, and that is what I'm doing today as we speak. And so even though I didn't get paid for it, I was able to talk about what I did at the Trade Center in future interviews, and that itself is priceless. The third way to get into international affairs is through networking. Now, don't think of networking as some dreadful process and inauthentic and just blah. Think of networking as relationship building. And even though you will network and you might not receive a job initially, you never know who you're going to meet and how your connections will help you get a job in the future. Another way that you can break into this industry is through study abroad. Y'all, let me tell you, my study abroad trip in India changed my life forever. Had I not studied abroad, I would not be here today. I gained so much through my study abroad experience. It changed my worldview. It changed what I wanted to do for a career. One piece of advice that I would say is that you should definitely work with people at your school to find out how you can afford study abroad, find out how it can work in your schedule in order for you to still graduate on time. Also, when you're looking for a study abroad program, look for a program that will allow you to either do internship abroad or to volunteer abroad. For me, I not just studied abroad, I also interned abroad, and that also looked great on my resume and helped me for future jobs. Another way to wind up in the international affairs career field is teaching abroad. I know that sometimes it might be daunting to figure out how can you work overseas legally. And teaching abroad is one way to do so. One of my first experiences working overseas was teaching abroad. I taught in Spain I taught in Spain in a small town outside of Madrid, and it looked great on my resume. It gave me the international experience, and I was able to travel through Europe for the year that I was there. And even though I know that some of you do not want to be teachers, it is a great stepping stone to be overseas. It also leads to opportunities. I remember when I was overseas and I was a teacher, it led to my opportunity working in China. Make sure you watch my How I Became a Diplomat story so you understand my full story. Another thing that you can do if you want to break into the international affairs career industry is to learn languages. The more languages you know, the more doors will open for you and the more people that you can reach. Okay, so I know what some of y'all might be thinking. You might be thinking, should I get a master's degree in order to break into this career field? And I would say a master's degree is important, but wait. I would say that getting experience is important. So like volunteering, internships, studying abroad, working abroad is important to supplement with your master's degree. Many people in this industry, at least from my program and my experience, started when they were in their later 20s or 30s to get their master's degree. By the time I got my master's degree, I already had about like 5 years of experience traveling abroad and doing different things. And so I say the master's degree is important, but make sure you have some experience. So one of the last things that I will leave with y'all is to have patience. Breaking into this industry is extremely difficult and really, really competitive. But if you're consistent and persistent, you will break in. And then if you do the things that I mentioned earlier in this video, I know that you definitely can do it. It might take some time and it's not a formula that you can put together, but if you really want it, you definitely can do it. Hey travelers, well that concludes today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button and smash the like button for more content like this. Also, be sure to check out my blog post that I wrote on this topic. I go into more detail than what's in this video. In the comment section below, let me know a tip that you might want to share with others about joining the international affairs career field. And until next time, travelers, let's travel with our dreams together. See you later. Bye-bye.